different promotion.
What? Yeah. What?
Different guy.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh, we're already in the weeds.
Oh.
Holy crap. Hey, everybody. Welcome to wrestling.
Yeah.
Finally.
So I fight this all the time on our regular podcast because you want to get deep into them weeds and just talk about wrestling.
It's hard not to.
And we love the wrestling.
Yeah. Real easy to speak for hours on end about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so
go ahead.
you
well, I was just going to say,
we're all excited here.
if
Back up.
if
We're
you
all
don't
excited.
if you don't care about wrestling, skip this one.
Sure.
Check us out next week.
If you don't care about wrestling, still like and subscribe and check us
100%.
out on TikTok and YouTube and Spotify or whatever your listening services is. Click on it, give it a quick listen, download it, but then don't give a fuck about it.
Don't give a fuck about it if you don't want to.
Spend 2.5 minutes helping us out.
But if you like
Also-
our show, so go ahead.
It's still going to be us.
Yeah.
And so it'll still be us doing what we do.
Remember us?
Being the funny guys.
Like, we're going to be talking about wrestling, but also, right? So
Fucking
it's going to be
hell
fine.
yeah.
It's going to be fine, and we'll get through it together. But in the meantime, my boyhood dream is coming true, and we're about to do a strictly wrestling episode, and I'm so fucking stoked. I love you guys. We don't even have to do the show now. Just knowing that you guys were willing to do this means the world to me.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I feel like, you were looking forward to it all day, and then you finally got in that bedroom and
Oops. Yeah, it's just you guys are so pretty. This typically doesn't happen to me. I talked a big game all day long, and then whoopsie doopsie. I had fun.
WrestleMania is coming up this weekend. So
Hell yeah.
that is the whole point of this.
That's why we're here.
There was no way to not bring it onto our show and talk about it. So just said, boys, you guys just want to do a full-on wrestling, a derailed WrestleMania special.
Yes.
And turns out, even though I didn't clear it with Brad, I only talked to Nick.
Right.
Brad, here's what I knew. Brad was going to be like, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. That's
So-
a fair enough assessment.
But regardless, we went ahead and made an executive decision without consulting
Right.
a third of our show.
Majority rules.
Right.
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
The only issue I
O'Doyle
see there
rules.
is like, I'd certainly want to do it, but would I have been able to? Here we know that the answer is clearly also yes.
Yeah.
So great job.
100%. Yeah.
It's yes and yes. WrestleMania, I don't know if you boys saw how it's going to be set up. And it's, they've done this for a while now with the 2 nights, Saturday night, Sunday night. It's a huge card.
Yeah.
So much going on. But it starts at 6 p.m. our time,
Okay.
the main show. The kickoff starts at 3 p.m.
Wow.
our time.
3 hour pre, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
Man,
it's
it
a
usually
long
only takes
pre.
me a couple minutes.
It will be on my TV.
Right.
I'm not going to be watching the entire pre-show. I'm actually going to be smoking a ham. I don't think I've told you guys about this.
You're
No.
gonna
Yeah,
need a pretty big lighter.
I'm also
Oh, my God.
oh,
Oh, my God.
I'm also still going to be making wings, but okay. All right.
Oh, man.
Sometimes I kill myself,
Yeah.
guys. Oh God, that hurts.
I'll bet, dude.
It's intense.
You need to have more food in your belly if you're going to be doing stuff like that. You're probably so lightheaded right now.
Yeah, and what I need to do is push less blood into my face when I do that.
That's
So-
a different kind of red Brad that we just experienced. We're making a whole bunch of Easter food. Bethany just bought shout outs.
Oh, what up?
She just bought a smoker and she's like, let's just keep it at your house. You're going to be the one using it. I'm like, fuck yeah.
What kind of smoker?
I fucking have not done much research, but
Okay.
I'm going to smoke a ham and make some cheesy potatoes on top of the chicken wings.
So
that we
this
all
is
know.
Saturday?
This is Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, WrestleMania Saturday is Easter Mania Part 1.
Yeah, and then Sunday is just straight up Easter.
Yeah,
So
420,
the second
bro.
night of, there's a lot going on that day. 420, bro.
Yeah.
Easter, bro.
Yeah.
And WrestleMania,
Bro,
bro.
Hell yeah,
can't fucking wait.
he is risen.
And so I saw something that was a hashtag in one of the TikToks.
I noticed. I noticed.
Check out our TikTok.
Yeah.
Derailed.podcast on the TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be adding more stuff to that as time goes on, but
Very
that's pretty
exciting.
cool. Follow
Yeah.
us on all the social medias. subscribes, and
I about got you, but then I understood what you said.
yeah, I did it on purpose.
I thought
Yep,
you
yep.
said needs.
I did too. Social needs, and I was like, well, clearly.
I said
Yeah,
needs.
but-
The old SMs is what he was talking about.
What? Where do we even start with WrestleMania?
So Saturday, I've got the whole card in front of me. We can just
Sweet.
jump right into it.
Okay.
I would say I wanted to save this for last, but I figured let's open with it.
Instead,
El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio.
Hell yeah. And this guy just kind of came out of nowhere, El Grande Americano, but
Very mysterious.
Exceptionally talented. It seems like I'd love to hear him on the mic a bit.
you can
and
tell
see
by
what's going on.
you can tell by watching him in the ring that he has a very serious like amateur wrestling background.
Right.
I like the gimmick. I like what they're doing.
Yeah.
I always like it when it's like, who's this masked man, and
Right.
and we know.
Yeah.
That's fun. And I think Chad Gable's a good, I think
All
he's
right,
a little
fine.
bit,
We'll
he's
drop the
underrated.
bit, Eric. We'll drop the bit.
Yeah, drop the bit.
I agree as well. I actually wanted to talk about this specifically. I think it's super cool of Chad Gable to be as skilled of a athlete and wrestler as he was before this, and then to I don't know, I guess dive into luchador stuff. Like
Yeah.
if he can
Yeah.
go, which he's a good athlete, he will. If he's mastering a luchador style too, hey, super cool. But like, what an athlete!
Right.
I wonder if this one might end up on because I saw, yes, the pre-show starts at 3, but there's going to be interviews and talking and matches.
There will be a few matches.
Ooh.
So
I don't.
Call that what, the undercard or whatever.
Yeah.
the old undercard, because there's a Friday Night SmackDown too where matches have to happen the night before, so
Right.
they're not going to be using the names from WrestleMania probably in those matches.
I don't think that any of the promoted matches for WrestleMania will end up on the pre-show. I
Really?
think those will be little random. We don't really have a spot for you, but get on out there.
Yeah.
That match specifically, people are very much looking forward to. And if they went ahead and put that on the pre-show, people would be pissed.
People are looking forward to that match specifically.
yeah.
Rey Mysterio and Chad Gable as a
I didn't say the most.
Okay.
That's not like the highlight of the
I
weekend.
mean,
although,
I don't hate it. It's filler. I'm gonna hear.
he's-
yeah, 100% it's filler. But
Nick Pettigo's 100% right because I am looking forward to that match.
Brad is people.
I just love watching Chad Gable work, dude. He's just
Same.
so fucking good at it.
Same.
It's like, hey, this guy's great.
The match, it'll be a good match.
Yeah.
Do you think that, because it's kind of weird. I mean, it's kind of weird that they're putting this on WrestleMania because it's not that big of a deal. I'm
No.
not trying to be mean.
Sure,
Right,
no,
right.
I get you. This would be a great story for Raw or SmackDown or whatever.
Right.
Why is it necessarily being a WrestleMania?
Is Ray talking about hanging him up maybe behind the scenes and they're giving him a WrestleMania match?
I mean,
He
I-
is, what, 130 years
right.
old now?
Yeah, I was going to say for his sake, I kind of hope so,
Yeah.
man. Like, it's not like he's putting in bad work now. He's still amazing, but it's like he's legitimately, in his mid-50s?
I don't think so yet. Dude.
Both of his knees have
I think
exploded.
He's like 50.
Like, it's,
Well-
but if it ain't broke, don't fix it,
Yeah,
brother.
and if
You know?
he's making money,
I
Yep.
think we have a lot to get into
We
with
do.
some of these other ones. So, I mean, who wins? And then let's.
Chad Gable.
I agree.
I think Ray wins and pulls the mask off of Chad Gable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
Unmasked.
We love Rey Mysterio. Also, look at this fool.
Or Swerve, he pulls the mask off. It's not Chad Gable.
Huh?
And then Chad Gable shows up.
It's fucking Ric Flair.
Yep.
I've been drinking. All right.
Here we go.
I don't have to get into it. So.
War Raiders against New Day for the tag team titles. You guys
I don't give a shit.
dig the War Raiders now that they're bikers and they're not Vikings?
No, man.
Well, the guy does a cartwheel. Have you seen the cartwheel?
Yes, I've seen the cartwheel.
Makes sense that
I
he
think
does
it's
that.
cool that big man moves around like he's not a big man.
Absolutely.
That's neat.
It's very impressive.
That's about all I have to say about it, though. I don't like the
However.
New Day or anything like that.
I
so
do.
skip it.
I'm
New
cool.
Day,
I'm
I
cool
like.
with what the New Day's doing.
Yeah.
Because they had to. They had to do something like that.
Right. It's not like I liked what they were doing before.
Exactly.
And then this new thing, I don't. It's just I still don't like it.
This is a tag team championship match, though, right? The War Raiders, aren't
Yeah.
they the champs?
Yeah.
So this is for the title.
Yeah.
100%.
New Day wins, new champs.
I think so. And they, if I'm not mistaken, are already they have the most championships, don't they?
Yeah.
Out of all tag teams?
Well, maybe their longest running, right?
Okay,
they beat Demolition's record because WWE hates Demolition.
Well, rightfully said.
Yeah.
Don't sue us.
Yeah.
You pricks.
I mean,
Go ahead and sue us. But, you know, don't expect me to think that it's okay.
right.
They
So,
sued us.
yeah, New Day wins, I think, new champs. But the War Raiders they ride bikes now. They don't ride ships, they ride bikes.
Right.
Yeah.
And the one guy does a cartwheel, and it's not really an evasive maneuver. It's just a maneuver.
It's just a checkout that I can do a cartwheel.
Right.
I'm certain that both individuals could beat the shit out of all three of us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whether
These guys
they
are
were
huge.
Yeah, whether they were together beating the shit out of us or if they took turns, like, I'm tired, you go ahead and beat the shit out of all three of those dudes. Like, they could pull that off.
Yeah.
You know what you do if one of them comes at you, though?
Kick him in the knees.
A cartwheel.
Oh, yeah.
Then you're safe.
Something I've never been a fan of is a gimmick where they try to present it as, here's this person from a different time period
Right.
entirely
Yeah.
that exists and has come here to
Yeah.
wrestle. I'm like, I'm not. You didn't fool me. There's no pharaohs fighting anybody.
Agreed. Yeah, it takes some of the realism out of it. And when they were straight up Vikings, dude,
That was so weird.
I could not. I fast forwarded everything they were a part of because that was one of those things that's like, if I was a little kid watching this, this would be when my dad walks in like, I can't believe you watched this,
Right.
You know, and I'd be like, it's not what it looks like.
I
They're
would
not
be
all
okay
Vikings.
if the backstory they gave them was, these are the sons of the Berserker. Then I would have been all right with it.
Huss.
Yeah. I'm like, we've already done a Viking gimmick. What,
Right.
Why
that
are we
one
doing?
sucked too.
Yeah. Let's just, you know what? Let's move on to something people are going to
Yeah.
care about.
Yeah. Anyway, New Day wins.
Yeah, New Day
Please.
wins. Fine.
Anyway, please, the New Day wins. Go on.
LA Knight, Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Ooh, fat you. Mm-hmm. Tired of the PC.
It's Fatu.
Eric, I'm tired of this PC bullshit. Just call it fat you.
So
I love LA Knight.
same.
Yep.
I love Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
I think we were getting at the exact same point right now. Go ahead, buddy.
I don't know. Okay, for starters, I don't know what they're doing with LA Knight.
Not enough.
Right.
Yeah.
And Braylon and I talk about this all the time because we love LA Knight, and you know, it's like, okay, well, yeah, no, sure.
I'll get you.
Yeah. I'm stupid. God, I'm so
ALA.
dumb.
ALA.
Dumbass.
Well,
We're not talking about soccer, you stupid.
we love ALA Knight. You lean into it.
We
Hell
love
yeah.
aioli
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, mix a little mayo on that motherfucker.
And it's like, all right, when he dropped the title to Shinsuke, we were
Huge
like, what
mistake.
the hell are they doing?
Huge mistake.
Maybe they're going to elevate him, and that's why you got to.
Sure.
I mean, the same way Sami Zayn took the title off Gunther.
Right. And then Gunther's in the main title picture.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's not what they did.
No, they didn't.
They gave it to Nakamura, and then they were like, oh, yeah, we don't like pushing him either.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not real marketable.
So the whole thing was pointless, and it hurt LA Knight.
Yes.
But I also think that even before that, they've been like, he had his match with Roman like a year or two ago.
Yep.
That was a big deal. It felt huge. I think most of us knew he wasn't
she
going
said.
to win,
Yeah.
but also it was like, all right, good. Recognize this dude belongs up there.
Right.
He doesn't belong toiling in the mid card. Give him a fucking microphone for 10 seconds and tell me that's not a super
yeah.
duper star.
Like,
Yeah.
dude's got
Megastar.
it.
You
know
can call
what
him
I
a
mean?
megastar.
Megastar.
Right. Is it kind of a scenario we think where there's too many top guys?
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
just and it's not that they are cramming these people up there. It's that all these people are so fucking good.
So good, yeah. It's a great problem
Great
to have,
problem to have, yeah.
for a company, but
It's being too busy at work, and it's like, yeah, no, we got the work.
the thing about LA Knight is that he is, I think, like 40.
That dude's like 40 something. Yeah.
He's been doing this for a long time. It's if you don't do something
Now,
big and important very soon with him, then what an awful missed opportunity.
And
You know?
so that leads us to this match where Jacob Fatu is
He's
pretty much unbeatable and one of the hottest guys in the business.
Yeah.
Where everybody loves him. It's like he's a heel, but he's not because everybody loves him. He does heel stuff, doesn't matter.
People are going fucking nuts. He's bloodying Braun Strowman on Saturday night's main event. People are like, yeah.
But you can't have him just getting beat clean by LA Knight
No.
at WrestleMania, not with the way his. And so here we go. LA Knight just taking an L.
No. Here's what we do. Here's what we do. Here's what I do. Here's what I do.
Yeah. What do you do?
Jacob Fatu is like you said, unavoidably becoming a babyface, no matter what he does.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's happening.
And it's kind of being teased that there's tension between him and Solo.
Yes.
So that's when we make it official. Jackass. Solo comes out.
Oh my God.
And ruins it for Jacob Fatu. So LA Knight gets to keep his not very important championship. And Jacob Fatu is officially babyface going after the old the new
And he
blood
doesn't
guys.
get beat clean.
Senior
No.
Sikoa.
Exactly. So he still looks good. LA Knight gets to keep his title. That's my prediction. That's what I would do if I were writing the
Here's
show.
what I'm not sure about, though, because they kind of teased Randy Orton and Solo. Because, Brad, you saw that?
Is that on there?
Is this a SmackDown thing?
Yeah.
I don't catch SmackDown very much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is the Randy Orton versus mystery opponent on your?
It's
on your
not
list?
even on the
Okay.
on the call sheet.
I gotcha.
But-
I have theories about that too, but we can get to that at some other time.
Okay, I mean, we will then. But yeah, that they teased that on SmackDown because those two kind of got into it a little bit,
Right.
and there was even a little bit of a match, a tag team
Yeah.
match.
Yep.
Sure. I mean, WWE's in this kind of habit now of like planting the seeds of all these stories so there's something to play with regardless
Right.
of what happens.
It's
and they can all go
awesome.
to great. Yeah. Keeps us on our toes too. I mean, how accurately have we predicted any of the last few pay-per-views?
Dude.
It's been pretty tough, man.
Been so bad at it.
Right. They subvert our expectation very well.
And
But-
that- I enjoy it. I enjoy being
100%.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're exactly right. They're doing it well. It's not Vince Russo writing. It's not
Right.
Swerve
Thank
for
God, bro.
Swerve sakes, bro.
Thank
It's
God,
just
bro.
it's just really good
The
storytelling.
business, bro.
Bro. Okay. So
All right.
yeah, I think LA Knight wins.
We
That's my
agree
answer.
that it's not like a clean finish, but LA Knight retains the title because he needs it, and
Correct.
this is the official babyface turn
Yeah.
for Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, I'm with it. Let's
Sure.
move on. Let's move on.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Tiffy
guys.
time.
Ooh.
V Charlotte. What do you
Holy shit. Holy shit,
dude?
boys.
This is messy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Charlotte Flair has done this multiple times, and it's not the fun John Cena way of challenging these newcomers.
Right.
Like, she straight up tries to steamroll and sabotage segments. Do you remember when she just got into an actual fight with Nia Jax in the middle of a match?
Yes.
Like, she
Sucks and I hate her. Yeah.
Yeah. She sucks.
Yeah. I give her I don't want you here heat.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
It's not.
really?
It's not
Yeah,
what
I
a
don't
great
like
heel
Charlotte.
heat. It's fucking.
It's like you're bad at this.
It's
and I don't
better
like
when you're not here. Heat.
it. Yeah.
I love your dad though.
So many other gals deserve the push you're getting. Get out.
yeah.
Go to fucking TNA.
I think that. Oh,
What a harsh dig.
I don't like her, dude.
I don't either,
And then
buddy.
this, I've been, on the shitter. I watch clips of SmackDown. That's where I get my smacks.
Side note: Brad never says toilet, or I was in the bathroom. It's always
always
the shitter.
Yeah.
Well, it's where I, believe it or not,
Say it.
take a shit.
That's thank God.
That's probably my favorite
but
place
it's just
to
how
poop.
right. How about this last back and forth between Tiffy and what's Charlotte Flair? Sorry, I'm just so mad I forget
job.
who she is. They're dressed the same.
Yeah,
They're
and-
always dressed the same.
And both of them are kind of fumbling the whole fucking bit. And then Tiffy's like, la 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 la, and rolls out of the ring immediately. And Charlotte's like, that's why this week's in my DMs.
Right,
and it's like, all of this sucks.
Yeah.
This was bad. I didn't like this. And I love Tiffany.
You guys want to know what I think?
Yes.
Yeah.
For one, I think you're getting played like fiddles here.
No.
I think it is very intentional.
No, that was real fluster.
I think that this started with their very first segments together were not good. They weren't good. Like and one thing it is doing, I think, and I'm a fan, and I think she's going to be great. But I think she's going to be great in like a year, 2 year, 3 year. I think Tiffy got pushed to the top a little soon.
She's a real bad promo.
She's not ready yet. Once you get past the it's Tiffy time.
Right. Let me walk that back. She's not a real bad promo.
No.
She's just not any form of remarkable
Right.
promo.
It's not like she's at the top of her promo game. She
So-
could use a little development. But like you're saying, certainly deserves better than to be Nia Jax's Aaron Gallagher.
Exactly. But now here she is. Champ.
Right.
WrestleMania going up against Charlotte, who, regardless of how you feel about her, is one of the top to ever do it.
Yeah.
In the biz. So
that's fine.
And the first few times they interacted, it wasn't good. And then I think the turning point was that call-in segment thing where they were both talking. You probably didn't see it. I think it was on SmackDown. But it was like a Zoom call almost with both of them. And it was just bad, dude. They were trying to kind of just riff a little and go, and it wasn't working.
Not much riffage happening.
And the whole feud, the whole rivalry lost steam. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It was like a fart.
Yeah.
It was just like a dumb fart.
It was like this, but in a church. It was very unpopular.
I don't know. That'd be really fucking funny.
And they're playing up to the whole thing of, you want to be like me, you're trying to be me, so they end up dressed the same all the time, which leads me to believe that, hey, a lot of this stuff is intentional, right?
Okay.
And I think what happened after that segment, I think there was some talk backstage, and my guess is Charlotte was the one who was like, hey, you got to take some real shots at me out there because we've gone stale.
Let's make this thing personal.
Yeah, let's say some things that are going to make people go, oh my God, is that real? Did they just go off script? And so Tiffy throws out like a divorce. You're 0-3, basically a divorce stat. You're going to end up alone.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, they went off script. And oh my God. But dude, Tiffy's 25 years old.
Right.
Like, she's not just going to go out there and be like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make fun of this lady for getting divorced in real life a bunch.
Right.
It's a work shoot, and I think you guys fell for it. And they're still dressed alike.
I may.
I'm not saying they went off. Sorry. And just real quick, I'm not saying they went off script necessarily or any of this was unplanned. I just think it was poorly done.
Well, now there's actual heat and there's actual
interest
stuff.
in the match.
Interest in it.
100%.
I care
People
about the
think
match.
they hate each other now for real.
You are right about that.
You're
They're still dressed alike every week. So there's
because they're still performers in this company, and that's what they're being told to do. Here's the thing: I love your theory, and you're likely right.
I am.
Okay,
100%.
but you cannot fake the fact that Charlotte came back. It's like when Batista came back a few years ago, and they strapped a rocket to his butt, brother.
Oh yeah.
But instead, the fans were like, "I don't give a fuck about you anymore." Right? She came back. She had her triumphant return at the Rumble. She won the Rumble. She comes out to do her promo. People are booing the shit out of her. But she's still doing her best to act like a babyface. You don't fake that amount of ruffled feathers, dude.
God,
okay?
I'm such an idiot.
She expected this to be like her grand return home. And instead, fucking people don't want her anymore. Not in the baby face sense. I'll do it again.
Get it?
I'll do it again. And I
Get it
think
together.
and I think that
So bad
she's
at
kind of
home.
throwing a fit. I think that we've seen her throw fits before, dude.
She's a pro, dude. She's
She's
literally a flair. She's been in this business forever. She knows a reaction is good no matter what it is, and she gets a huge reaction.
100% correct
and
about that.
now she's leaning into the heel role like she's never been a heel. She's a heel. She's fine. She's better as a heel.
She's a natural.
Yeah.
She's gonna be there. She needs
and
to
she
be a
is
heel.
she is no disrespect to Batista, but that's apples to oranges for sure, man. She is in the women's division far superior than Batista was
in the women's division.
in the women's division.
I'm fine with that. I just I don't know.
Who wins?
Tiffy.
Tiffy Time retains.
Yeah.
Brad?
I don't care.
You gotta pick one.
You don't care.
No, I mean, it's shit, dude. Fuck, yeah, like, whoever the fuck.
I
would hope Tiffy
Whoever
wins.
is your answer.
In my suspension of disbelief, I want Tiffy to win.
You
That
want
would be great.
right. But we're fantasy booking.
I think
here.
Charlotte wins and squashes Tiffany, and they maybe
Ooh,
run with this whole story of
squash.
Charlotte goes out there and steamrolls new talent. She's burying people like Cena did, and that kind of thing. Maybe they're leaning into that.
What happened in Charlotte's last WrestleMania match?
She farted a little bit, I think, on screen.
And I was everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party. So
That's
right.
That's why you can't hit random buttons, buddy. Some of them are.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Well, and I was like, so yeah, she farts a little bit. Yeah, hot, but does it add to the performance?
Brad, you're funny
no.
too.
I mean,
It's better when she's not there.
I don't hate her like you guys do.
I can tell.
It's just she's fine. She's good. She's good on the mic. She's good in the ring.
Yeah, in terms
Didn't
of
she lose to Rhea Ripley the last WrestleMania match?
That's what it
she
was.
had?
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to remember.
That was a whole big thing. So
was a
now
great
is she
match,
going to
too.
come lose again?
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Especially with how things are going for her right now, dude. People are. It's go away heat.
Yeah.
People are like, you are straight up ruining the show.
I think that there has to be oh Jesus, do me now. I think there has to be some concern backstage about overexposing Tiffy too early and ruining what could be
A big deal.
a
later.
big deal later.
Yeah.
So I could see her dropping the title now and then
Kind of backtracking a little bit with
yeah, working on some things and then
Promos.
telling the story of actually, because she didn't win the title
Nah.
in a real match.
Yeah.
She cashed in.
Oh,
Right.
Telling wrestling historically loves telling the story of the title chase and then getting it in a big moment.
That's when it's the most exciting.
Exactly.
yeah, finishing the story.
That's exactly. That's
Yep.
why Cody's so
Right.
fucking successful
Yeah.
and beloved
Yeah.
because we all got behind him.
Love them.
Yeah.
All right, another women's match: Jade v Naomi, depending on what announcer you listen to.
Right. Jade wins, obviously.
You think?
What's next?
All right.
Yeah.
I like Naomi's new. I like the whole
heel
gimmick.
turn, yeah.
She
I like the heel turn.
is
I like
dressed
Dark Naomi.
like a
not
traffic sign.
Yeah.
And
Glowing anymore.
I don't-
Caution.
I don't
Proceed
like-
with caution.
Owen Hart did the same thing, and it looked equally as
Oh.
silly. Like
I forgot he did that.
You look like I'm driving through a construction zone. So anyway,
like
Jade wins,
Yeah,
right?
I love
don't
the
know.
match in general. I would.
Well,
Does Naomi win and they keep running this story for a while? Because that's a pretty quick culmination of that storyline,
Yeah.
right? If Jade wins, it's like, oh, Naomi's the bad guy, and now Jade wins and the story's over.
No matter who
Is it
wins,
that-
it doesn't have to be the end of the story.
I mean that's true.
You know, especially this new vicious heel side of Naomi. She loses at WrestleMania, maybe in an embarrassing fashion, because, I mean, Jade hasn't wrestled more than like a couple matches in WWE, and then she got hurt or
Yep.
whatever happened.
And
Honestly,
she did get hurt.
Did she for
Yeah,
real? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Naomi threw her on a car.
But what I'm saying is that this is obviously
It was
going to
real.
be
Charlotte put her up to it.
Yeah, okay.
It was all real.
She did it for The Rock.
Oh.
This is obviously a big showcase for Jade, finally, after all this time after they signed her. I think it could be a squash match. I think it could just be, well, Jade Cargill just absolutely beat the shit out of Naomi, and it only
Okay.
took her like 2 minutes, and then Naomi's still pissed. Boom, we're carrying this thing on until fucking SummerSlam.
I mean, she destroyed her at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That was one of the coolest moments.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. That was pretty
But here's what I'm looking at, and we'll kind of get into this as we go through the rest of this card both nights. WrestleMania, traditionally, a lot of baby faces go over.
Yeah,
A lot.
it's the fan service show.
But there's got to be a few heels who do. And so looking through the card, it's like, okay, potentially what heels could go over? We've got New Day.
Yep.
And looking at their, I mean, then you got triple threat matches on both nights where it's all baby faces,
That was weird, right?
Yeah.
That was weird.
right? I mean, Charlotte could beat Tiffany, sure, but LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, those are both baby faces.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. You know, like there's a lot of where are the heels going to go?
Are we getting back into the Shades of Grey era?
Oh yeah,
You know
man,
what I'm
we're
saying?
there.
Like, even, like Seth is doing not likable things, like
But he's still a
storyline
babyface.
wise. Right, exactly. So it's like, I don't know, but I mean, I have a huge prediction as far as a heel going over at WrestleMania, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, me too.
Yep,
I wonder if we're talking about the same thing.
we are.
Damn it. That's all right. I was hoping I was smart, but oh, okay, we're talking about different things.
Oh, okay.
So you think John Cena wins? We'll get to that. That's
I
Sunday
didn't-
night.
I didn't say that.
All right. Gunther v. Jey Uso
Yeah.
for one of the championships.
The World Heavyweight title.
Yep, World Heavyweight.
Patty, you go. I feel like
Brad,
I've been talking
you go.
too much already.
I feel the same way.
The
About
only
you,
reason
not me.
I would say,
Thanks.
in
Yeah.
my opinion, Gunther wins is I've finally really started liking Gunther, and like I get it now, and I'm like, yeah, he's just really fucking good, isn't he?
He is.
Guy's just good.
He's awesome.
I've been a huge Gunther fan for a while, but I'm not going to chastise you for saying finally. I'm just going to be like, hey man, good, because he's awesome.
Yeah.
Understand that I would consider you guys top tier fans, and I am a mid tier
TTFs.
fan,
Thank
you.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Top
I'm
guys.
Like we talk about, I watch SmackDown when I'm taking a big fat dookie shit, right?
Where?
SmackDown's
on
good.
my shitter. You guys are better at keeping up with it, and you just, I mean, you know more than me. You're more knowledgeable about the bit. Anyways, so I've really started liking Gunther, and like,
Hey, that's a new one.
That's the wrong one.
and like,
Okay.
Jey Uso's really likable, and Jay's for the kids, but
Yeah.
like we've discussed, especially off camera, is he could use some work in
Yeah.
terms of promos. You
Yep.
know
Yeah.
what I mean? He stumbles a little hard. It's funny when Solo accidentally says fuck and stuff like that,
That
but
was
like,
really good.
I don't know. They gave Jay a really big push, and he fumbles it promo-wise a little bit. And
Yes.
then he tried diving out of the ring the other week and fucked
Ooh.
that up, and that was really funny, and he takes it funny, and that's cool and all that, but still. Do just a little better. I really like Jey Uso, but Gunther's, I don't know, better in terms of business.
This would be a real feel-good thing.
It would.
A real feel-good thing if Jey Uso wins this match. The yeet thing is going to be crazy in the
His
in the
entrance is
stadium.
going to fucking
Right.
slap,
Yeah.
dude.
It's going to hit real
Yep.
hard. That's true. There's a lot of money to be made from Jey Uso. That's for sure.
And they right now, I mean, they're cashing in on this dude.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is making a ton in merch.
Oh, yeah.
They sell about 40K in yeet glasses every episode.
I'm sure. So I would not be surprised if if he picks up the W, gets the title. But I don't think if he does, he's not holding it very long.
Sure.
Right.
Does that push Gunther into a higher tier then at that point?
I mean, that's as high as it gets on one of the shows.
Yeah.
I get that.
You know?
But now, yeah.
But you're right, because even though he's a champion, he's not. You wouldn't put him in the Reigns and Punk
Right.
tier.
Right.
Even though he's the main
or Cody.
champion on Monday Night
Yeah.
Raw.
Well, I
He's-
think through storylines over the course of a year or maybe two, then he can elevate to that. He's certainly skilled. There's a lot of dudes at the top.
Here's-
a lot of fucking top performers.
Good problem.
And Gunther is fully capable
Yeah.
of being
Yeah.
one of those in
Yeah.
my mind.
So
Also-
if I give you a quick foreshadowing of what I think is going to happen, it's going to do spoiler alert for how I think one of these other matches will go, but it doesn't matter. Who
yeah,
cares?
it's fine. We're
I
just
think-
speculating wildly, like my boy Sam Roberts tells
My
us
guess
to do.
would be Jey Uso wins the title, and he is the one who delivers the 17th to John Cena down the road.
Ooh, I
Because-
like that a lot.
See, that would be my guess instead of, because now he's the big merch guy. He's the one all the kids love. So
Okay.
and then you don't have to have Cody drop the title
Right.
because that's working. That's working right now. So anyhow, that's my thought. And now I just made you think different about what you've been thinking.
No, you didn't.
I did too. Don't you lie.
I think okay. Here's where I'm at. Here's where I'm at with Jay and
you
Gunther.
lie.
Okay,
Trying to play good.
it's if they hadn't done the stuff with Jimmy Uso, right? That brutal,
That was icky.
a bit extreme, like borderline. Hey, whoa, that's too much.
yeah.
If they hadn't done all that shit, and then if they hadn't had Jay come out and cut that promo last week, which was, let me tell you something, his best promo ever.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay.
And it was still
He's going. Do you have a mom?
That was good.
Like, instead of just, I'll rock with y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeet. Oos. Oos. Yeet.
If they don't,
The only 2 words. he
if
never
they
says.
don't have Jay win,
The 5 words of doom for promos, you know?
You go. You're doing good.
if they don't have Jay win,
If I could interject, I'm just playing, guys.
like, this whole thing is done for him. If he goes through the worst of the worst,
Yeah.
and he finally builds up the courage to stand up to Gunther, and then he fucking fails,
Yeah.
what was the point, and
Right.
where do we go from there?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Jay has to win.
He's got to win. Yeet.
And then it doesn't affect Gunther that bad, because this will be like his 3rd loss ever.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's cool. And Gunther will come back. But
he lost to Sami Zayn, and
yeah,
he's fine.
He's doing just, yeah, he lost to Sami Zayn and then became the world heavyweight
Right.
champion. So
he's fine. So going back to what Brad said, does he then elevate after this into that other tier? Because right now,
you got to go on a different show for that.
the main guys aren't, they're not fighting for titles.
No.
I don't know. Anyhow, yeah. So Jey Uso.
That's what I think.
Yep.
Jey, it's unanimous.
Yeah.
All right.
Makes sense. Especially with what Nick said about if Jay loses, then that's the end. Yeah.
Yeah, if Jay loses, then what was the point other than to completely sabotage his momentum?
Exactly.
His monumentous
Just
momentum.
100% loss of momentum in that scenario.
All right. Let's get to the main event Saturday night. The triple threat match: Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth frickin' Rollins. Here's a couple things I don't like.
Real fun to watch. I know that.
You finally get your. It is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
You finally get your main event, CM Punk. Everybody cries. It's a huge deal. One thing, not for a title.
Right.
Eh.
Yeah.
Second thing,
Second thing, it's
Saturday night.
night one.
It's not closing out WrestleMania.
Right.
Nah.
And that's how I've seen this thing the whole time. Don't get me wrong, I'm very happy.
Same. Agreed.
And
Looking
I love
forward
CM
to
Punk, and I'm legitimately happy for CM Punk the person, because I know that this is an important thing to him in real life.
it. Yes.
But also, yeah, it's not closing WrestleMania. It's not the last match of WrestleMania, because that happens Sunday night.
Yeah.
And that's where they put the WWE Championship match.
Yeah.
No matter what. That will always be the main event of WrestleMania.
And I feel like you could have put Cody and Cena on night one and had this match close everything out.
Agreed.
But
there needed to be stakes to it, though. Exactly. There has to be stakes for the actual main event of WrestleMania. It can't just be a big grudge match. And
No,
also,
you're right.
I wouldn't want it to be a triple threat match anyway.
No, me neither.
It's gotta
And
be one-on-one.
Yeah. And listen, I'm a Seth Rollins fan.
Same. Look at me.
Yeah, you're wearing a shirt. It's right. He's out of control. The voice is annoying. The wardrobe is
So
over the
fucking
top
stupid.
that it's
I love
great.
it.
Yeah. But I'm like, what? I feel like he's a third wheel here.
Yep.
Right.
Because I don't think he's right now at the level of Punk or Roman. I think
That's fair. He's kind of just interjecting.
but I do have a prediction.
Let's hear it. I honestly don't know what's going to happen.
Oh,
with
you don't
this.
have like a prediction on
I
this?
have a theory of what could be happening.
All I'm saying is I love a nice fat dick, dude. Let's hear it.
Oh, okay. All right. The prediction. No. So,
Fuck you, dude.
tell me.
Not you.
Oh my God.
Nick's on
What's
the
happening?
soundboard. I hate it. He made me mad.
What do you mean by that?
All right. So all this stuff about favors, and you see, was it just this past SmackDown? Seth comes out when Paul Heyman's out there.
That's a great promo.
That's a great promo.
Great promo.
Great. Gets right, like in Paul's face
Yeah.
and threatens to curb stomp him and
Yeah.
a whole big thing and is kind of roughing him up a little bit. And Paul Heyman was bowing back up, like,
Yeah.
you don't put your hand,
Yeah.
my name. Yeah. So here's what I think is going to happen that's going to make this crazy is I think Paul Heyman
Ends up with Seth Rollins.
I've
had that thought too.
Yeah, I do. I think he screws over both Reigns and Punk because the whole thing. Who are you going to pick? Who are you going to pick?
Yeah, neither.
Neither. He's going to pick Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is going to win.
Well, allow me this volley.
Okay.
CM Punk was not there for Paul Heyman when he was getting his ass kicked by the Bloodline.
Right.
Roman Reigns was not there for Paul Heyman when he was getting his ass kicked by the Bloodline.
Right.
Seth Rollins has been a thorn in the side of Paul Heyman's two favorite clients of all time. Well, two of his favorite clients of all time because there's one more. Mm-hmm. There's one more very crucial Paul Heyman guy that we haven't seen in quite a while because of some allegations.
Hey.
However, I think it's very convenient that literally maybe 2 weeks ago, they're like, it's looking like Brock Lesnar's never coming back. Sorry, guys.
Right.
Right before WrestleMania and right before Paul Heyman is a huge part of one of the main storylines. I think...
You think Brock's coming back?
Well, I could be obviously very wrong, and I have been a lot lately, but what I'm saying is, tell me this isn't the perfect way to bring Brock back. Right?
Sure.
It
My
is.
Paul
only
Heyman
question
is torn between two lovers,
Aw.
but his ex is this big monster
Right.
motherfucker, and he can kill anybody.
but like Brock wasn't there for Paul either, right? So
couldn't
then
be,
how
but that
how
Brock got kicked out.
I understand that, but then how do you address that storyline wise without being like he didn't, but
Right.
we kept him in the shadows just in case.
If he does come back, I mean, that's a great question because they're not going to be like, well, there was that stuff. I mean, I don't know. They might be these days. Yeah. Like, hey, just so you guys know, I didn't do it.
Right.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was implicated, but I didn't do it. So I'm back now.
Right.
Does he come back as fun-loving cowboy Brock?
No, he comes back as Terminator Brock.
Because what was that?
Kind of fun.
Okay, no.
I thought it was
Stop
kind of fun. I was like, I like seeing him have fun, dude, instead of just be mean to everybody all the time.
All
He's
right.
smiling.
I was having
I like giving him the microphone. That's pretty cool.
Sure.
the thought of the Paul Heyman helping Seth Rollins thing already, but then at the end of SmackDown, when he goes like he's going to give him a curb stomp when he's in, but then doesn't. All of that time, Seth never really caused any physical harm to Paul Heyman.
He kind of pushed him around a little. He
Yeah.
gave him little kind of playful. That part was so awesome, by the way. Are you this important?
Yeah.
Are you this important?
And then he went to give him a curb stomp, but then didn't and said, you owe me a favor now or something like that. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of thinking,
Yeah.
it
Moved a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
It moved a little bit.
just a little. I was
Yeah.
like, what is
My
that?
God, have I been jostled?
Reconsider some things. All right, so that is officially my prediction.
Is that Paul Heyman ends up
Turns, and Seth wins this match.
Okay. If my Brock thing is incorrect,
Yep.
then yeah, Seth Rollins wins this match. And probably Paul Heyman tells Punk and Roman to fuck off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Brad?
That seems about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either Brock comes back or you are 100% correct.
Or they subvert all of our expectations.
Right, and they bring
once
back
more.
They bring back fucking Mr. Perfect's son.
Oh,
Who was a Paul Heyman guy
Curtis
for just
Axel.
a little bit. Yeah, I couldn't even think of his name.
I got you.
kept wanting to call him Joe Hennig. That's his real name.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Yep.
Curtis Axel's better.
Yeah, all right.
All right, Sunday night,
we go.
Easter.
Yeah, Easter Mania.
AJ Styles, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul wins.
Yeah.
He does. How do you guys... Hey, man.
Okay.
Why does everybody hate Logan Paul in wrestling?
Oh,
Because he's hateable.
Fair.
He's so good at being hateable. I think he's great for the fucking business.
Like,
and
why do
just a
people-
perfect puzzle piece to fit in.
I
But
understand not liking him as a person. That's
Right.
totally fine.
right.
But as a wrestling fan, how do people not see that he's fucking so good at this? in the ring and on the microphone. He's really good on the microphone.
Yeah.
I don't care.
He does a weird accent that I don't understand.
I don't understand
But-
that part either.
but he is good.
Yeah.
So can I take this?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's because wrestling fans are dorks and annoying.
Yeah. They are
And
the
they're
worst
like,
part about
dude,
wrestling.
That's the you deserve it people
Yeah.
who are like, you don't deserve it to
Right.
him. And that's what it is. You're not a real wrestler. You're just here.
Let me ask you a question, wrestling fans.
Nerds.
Is Logan Paul doing this because he needs the money?
Right.
No.
Also, one more question.
Okay.
When was the last time you felt the warmth of a woman?
Yeah. Here's another question. Do you have deodorant at your house? I didn't think so. But I just...
Where on your face are you putting your beard, wrestling fans?
Is it on your neck?
You shouldn't wait 7 weeks to get a haircut.
Oh, God. Anyway, wrestling fans suck,
Okay,
except for
Eric,
us.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Attack me personally, why don't you?
But
You're-
like,
you have long hair. It's different.
it
Oh,
is.
okay.
You have really good hair, buddy.
Yeah.
You're
Yo,
good.
you're
You're a good hair
good.
guy.
Yeah, well
He's a good
kept.
hair guy.
I am due for a haircut.
He's a good hair guy.
Summer's coming.
I just like he's doing this because he cares about it and he enjoys doing it and he's fucking really good. So you can hate him all you want, but at the very least, accept the fact that he's good at this.
Well, they're gonna love it when he beats AJ Styles at
Oh,
WrestleMania.
yeah.
So that's a good chance for a heel to go over. Is right there.
100%.
Right?
Is that the one you were talking about earlier?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Liv and Raquel v. Bailey and Lyra Valkyria.
I feel so bad for Liv.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, she belongs at the top.
100%.
She's so good.
Like a 5-star performer.
Yeah.
Liv is so good at it.
But
And
at
she's
least-
been getting her shit beat in on every episode of everything so often recently. Like, it's time for Liv to get some flowers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, she's tag team champ. They're tag team champs. It's
Great.
not like
I'd
nothing.
love to see her in a singles run
Again.
again.
Yeah.
I think they beat
I do too.
I hope.
Bailey.
Yeah, I do too.
I think Bailey heel turn.
Again,
It's about time.
If she
Needs to
does,
happen,
if she
dude.
does, she's turning into Big Show because
Fine.
I think the actual number is 14, and that's how many times he went from heel to babyface, back to heel, back to babyface.
Okay.
In his WWE run, and it became a fucking joke because it's like you could tune in next week and it's like, yeah, Big Show's probably about to turn.
Hasn't
heel.
she only been babyface, heel, babyface?
She's been babyface, heel, babyface, heel, babyface.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she needs to be a heel. This isn't working.
Does it work when she's a heel?
Yes, better.
Okay,
Definitely.
so
She calls people stupid idiots.
right.
That's better.
COVID era.
Ding dong.
COVID era. Heel Bailey was great. She was very funny.
Yeah.
But because of how funny and great she was, she became babyface.
Yeah, this isn't working.
This isn't working, guys.
Lyra's not. I don't like it.
I don't care about
I don't
Lyra.
get.
Oh,
yeah.
Why the
feathers?
push?
Give her a couple years.
Yeah, she's
Sure.
good in the ring,
Yeah.
but the feathers.
The
She needs
song's
to-
stupid.
Tan her armpits.
Tan
Well,
her armpit.
that's-
Yeah, she's
I'm
got
not going
pale
after- I'm not
armpits.
doing
that
physical.
pisses me off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not making fun of her physical appearance. That's very.
This very fixable, at least.
Yeah.
I'm not like,
And
not
also,
like, you're fucking ugly, have surgery. I'm like, no, just spray there too.
what a really funny thing to try to make somebody feel self-conscious about, by the way. Like,
right.
do you mean to have such pale armpits? Huh. Right on.
Have you heard the
It fucking bothers me.
the comparison that Liv and Raquel are like the female HBK and Big Daddy Cool?
I haven't, but I'm cool with that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. For one, Liv's going to make the most out of whatever spot they put her in.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And she's going to elevate it, whatever it
Yep,
is. So
absolutely.
tag team champs, with Raquel, I'm okay with. I'm
For
okay
now.
with. Yeah, for now, but
Just don't get stuck there, man.
no.
You know, like she that would be such a waste. If it was like you had your time at the top and now you're going to help newcomers get over.
Oh yeah,
I would hate that for her.
Absolutely, she's doesn't deserve that yet. And I'm not saying she's not good. I'm saying she's still got so much she can do. Like she's like you were saying earlier, Nick. She's top of the card.
Yeah.
She's good at all of it.
Yeah.
and she's willing to take the bumps. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she'll go out there and show some color.
She gets beat up.
I have seen her bloody more than I've seen
Right.
maybe any other wrestler in the WWE within the last year.
Right.
So we think Liv and Raquel go over here.
Yeah.
Right. And I really think they planted the seeds when Bayley had that match with Lyra and lost. And then at
Didn't
first
shake her
didn't
hand at
shake her
first.
hand,
Yeah,
and then reluctantly came back in and did. I think.
I've done it. I've done that at basketball.
Yeah. Well,
Fuck you. Not fuck you, dude. Not fuck you.
teasing a heel turn.
Get back here.
Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre.
I don't care.
Yeah.
No,
Whoa.
you don't care.
Whoa.
No, that's Nick knows it though. I'm
care.
just not. I'm not a huge McIntyre fan,
That
and it's
pisses me
not.
off.
There's
I don't
no
like that at
specific
all. You
reasons
should
outside
be.
of it's
You are
he's
in-
boring to me.
Drew's excellent.
You are intimidated by his beastly
That's what it is.
build.
But man, if that were the case, I wouldn't be watching wrestling at all.
He doesn't shave his chest, and you don't like that.
That's
Oh no,
what it
I
is.
do like. I respect
Yeah.
that. More hair in wrestling.
Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has legitimately been one of my favorite parts of the show for years now. I love Drew McIntyre.
He's really good.
As soon as he turned heel, I'm like, yep, perfect.
That's where he needs to be.
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint why I don't like him. Maybe it's just I don't like the way they use it or something. I can't pinpoint it. There's just
Did
something
you-
in me that doesn't like it.
Did you not enjoy his program with Punk last year? That was like the best part of wrestling. I thought.
I liked watching CM Punk, but
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, it takes two to tango.
it does. Nothing about what I'm saying is McIntyre doesn't deserve anything or
Right.
he's not good. He is. Like, I'm agreeing with you guys that I should like Drew McIntyre. 100%.
At least you recognize that.
I absolutely respect him in the sense of you belong here. Like you talked to me about this before, Nick. I don't have go away heat for Drew McIntyre necessarily. I don't enjoy it and I don't know why.
It's like us telling
Something
you
you need
that
to
something tastes good that you don't think tastes good.
Sure.
And it's like, guys, I believe you.
Yeah,
That you
sorry.
think it does taste good.
I'm just not into cilantro.
I don't think Drew tastes good.
Right. I imagine he's really like salty. You know what? Honestly, I bet McIntyre tastes
Airy.
like Irish Spring, and that's all right. I would
Scottish.
I would rather lick
Scottish
Drew
Spring.
McIntyre
if
than
anything, he tastes like haggis.
Then
finish
watch
that.
him wrestle.
All right.
Anyway, I hope he wins. Here's the deal. So many top guys, right? Great problem to have. So many top guys.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Damian Priest is there.
right.
I mean, they're trying.
They're trying really hard.
It's okay. Here's the thing about Damian Priest is he's corny on the mic.
Yep. I love his matches.
He's really, really good in the ring, and so is Drew. This match, I think, has the potential to be one of the absolute best matches.
Yeah.
Both nights.
Do you remember?
I'm excited to see the match.
Do you remember? I think it was the year before last. It was a triple threat match with, ironically enough, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and Gunther. But how it was a match that was going to happen, and people are like, "This will be good," but then it was holy shit. That was like
Brutal.
yeah, like that match stole the show. I think this match could possibly have the same potential.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
I think Drew goes over.
Same.
He's got to get some wins. He takes too many L's.
Dude,
Yeah.
Brethany, shout outs, pointed out to me because she started watching wrestling literally at WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
She's like, Drew McIntyre is probably her favorite male wrestler. It's between him and Seth.
She loves Seth.
She loves Seth so much, and rightfully so. He's awesome. But she's like, so does Drew like ever win? I was like, huh? And she's like,
No.
I think I've seen him win maybe one match. And I was like, what? No, he's. And then I was like, oh,
Yeah, he doesn't win.
yeah, he fucking he does great in all of these programs with everybody, and then the story always ends with somebody overcoming Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
You're right. He has to win this.
He elevates people though.
Yeah.
Like this is so good for Damian Priest to
Oh,
be
yeah.
in this feud with Drew.
Welcome to the big leagues,
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah. But Drew's got to go over here. And I could see this one maybe carrying on a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm
And
fine
I hope
with that.
so. Because I don't know where either of them go after this, if not.
I said at the Rumble when Priest threw Drew McIntyre out of the ring, I fucking right then and there I was like, oh, I would watch these two
Yeah.
because like,
Also in a wrestling match.
because giddy up, brother. You know what I mean?
Hell fucking yeah.
Hit a random button real quick.
Okay.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
Yay.
A 4-way for the IC title. I know they call it a fatal 4-way.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it'd be more fun to say just a 4-way.
Just a 4-way.
Braun Breaker,
Yeah, who comes last?
Penta,
Wins.
Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio.
Think it'll be a fun match to watch.
Yeah.
Especially because the latter three, Penta, Finn, and Dom, can move around. I'm not saying Braun can't. I'm just saying that they have a lot more of flippy
They're
styles
flippy.
and so on and so forth, and I very much enjoy that. And like Braun is
That is your preferred style of pro
I
wrestling.
like it.
Yeah.
I love the showmanship.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
the flash. I love the pageantry and all that. It includes the movements.
I got hairy legs.
That I fucking do. You know who has hairy legs? Cesaro. And
He does.
the other thing about that is
It was very quick.
Braun Breaker. It's because I've been watching and thinking about that recently. Because
Okay.
I was like, God damn, you can see him like come out an inch, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Cesaro's
Wow.
a hairy dude. It's
Oh,
wild.
Okay.
Braun is this like so good at being such an
Let's unpack
imposing and explosive force, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to say I want to chew on Cesaro's hairy thighs, guys.
Dude,
Want to floss with his thigh hair.
Braun, it's funny you say flippy because after Braun Breaker delivered the greatest spear in the history of wrestling,
my God.
he did a picture-perfect front flip.
Yeah.
Did you see that
Man,
on
It was on-
Carlito?
it was on Raw a couple weeks ago.
You don't have to dig through your memory bank
Sure.
because
Yeah.
if you saw it, you would know exactly.
So you didn't see it.
It
and
was.
I will send it
dude,
to you. It was
Yes, you
amazing.
have to see it. It is the best spear that has ever happened. He ran down the whole
Full sprint.
the full sprint. So he came, the stage, the ramp, full sprint down the ramp, and just nails Carlito with the best spear.
But first flies through the air.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I did
8
see
feet.
that. Yeah.
Just
yeah.
and
His landing was so graceful.
it was
and awesome.
amazing.
It was
It was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Which brings me to this. I have several hot takes regarding this match.
okay. Ooh.
Go ahead.
No, I want to hear him. I'm
Okay.
just excited.
Hot
Ooh.
take number 1. This is how the Judgment Day breaks up. Okay. What have I didn't
Just Eric going.
yeah, he's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. Hot take number 1, this is how the Judgment Day breaks up.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
Hot take number 2, and feel free to discuss, but also keep in mind there's a third one. Hot take number 2, I think that Penta looks awesome, and that's the end of the nice things that I have to say about him. I think he is wildly overrated. He's teeny tiny. He's not built like a wrestler. He does some cool flips.
He does.
His promos are fucking stupid. He
Raise-
says his catchphrase 19 times
That's so
in
annoying.
4 seconds.
Yeah.
Every time he has a microphone. He looks so fucking cool. His entrance is awesome.
That little walk that he does, I
love
like.
it. I
Yeah.
love it, dude.
Yeah.
But then after that, I don't get it. I don't get it. I think it's just he looks so fucking cool that it's very easy to overlook how much of a run-of-the-mill wrestler he
Right.
is.
He could have taken a year in NXT to sharpen up
Yeah.
on the big business, right?
Yeah.
And then come into it and know what works and what doesn't.
I don't care about Penta.
Is
and
it okay?
I feel bad to say that.
If we acknowledge and say that, go ahead, that luchadors in general are never going to be top guys
Yeah.
to WWE fans.
I think Rey Mysterio was an anomaly,
That was
and
it.
even that was pretty short-lived as far as his time on top is concerned.
So Penta is essentially new Sin Cara.
I'd put him,
And that's fine.
I'd put him above Sin Cara.
No, but that's fine. Dude, when Sin Cara came to wrestling,
Yes, there you go.
yep, I was waiting. It was a huge deal, man. There was a lot of fanfare. There was a ton of buzz. People were really excited about it.
Yeah, this motherfucker uses a
He
trampoline. dog.
trampolined into the ring.
Right.
It's the
And
same kind of deal. Now they
He
gave
botched his first entrance. Do you remember that?
poor kid.
Hung up on the ropes.
I like watching Rey Fenix in the ring more than I like watching Penta.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, Rey Fenix is a better athlete.
He's smaller though. That dude's tiny.
Yeah, he's teeny tiny.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
God! One quick side note: I watched him straight up break his arm on an AEW show one time.
ooh,
It was
icky.
fucking awful.
Hot.
All right, and anyway, potential hot take number 3. I brought this up before the show. If I had to pick one guy that I think is the future of pro wrestling,
Oh, okay.
that guy is Braun Breaker.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. Of course.
He's already so awesome to watch. Mm-hmm. He is a freakish athlete.
Yeah.
And on top of that,
His armpits are tan.
Yeah.
he tans his armpits
total
because he's a
package.
pro.
Total
On top
package.
of that, he's a really good promo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
can do it.
already has the ups and downs mastered.
Yeah.
And by that I mean, you talk kind of quiet to bring him in, right? And then all of a sudden I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Like he's so fucking good, and he's only gonna get better. He's such a young guy. I think
How old is Braun?
like early 20s, like
Right.
24, 25.
Right.
And I think he's the next big thing, if I can borrow that tagline.
You can.
And I also think that a year or two from now, the most fun feud to watch is going to be Braun Breaker versus Gunther. Can't wait.
Oh, that'll be good.
Can't fucking wait.
Yeah, and there's another guy. It's so crowded at the top right now.
Right.
It's like
Great problem.
you got to make room somehow for these guys to get up in there.
Right. Do we make another weekly show and make
It's
5 more titles and have another roster where there's room at the top?
I'm already watching at least 6 hours
I
of
can't
pro
do it.
wrestling every week. Yeah, I'm not sure. I had to cut NXT out of my diet.
Get a life, nerd.
So we've got 2 more matches to get to, and then we are going to unveil the official Derailed top 10 professional wrestlers of all time.
I'm very excited about that.
And then that'll be it.
All right.
But a quick question for you guys, just general booking. Tell me what you think.
A nice
Do-
2Q.
Do we see the Wyatt Six show up at WrestleMania in any form?
No.
I mean, is it teased in some way? Possibly.
There's been a
but do we
few
actually
things,
see
kind
him?
of. A few.
What?
Well, yeah.
what
What's going to
would they-
happen with Alexa Bliss and so on and
Right,
so forth?
right.
What's
that's
going to
true.
happen with Alexa Bliss is we're going to bring her back and make a big deal out of it, and then we're not going to put her on TV for a long
She's been
time.
back for a while and she's been on twice.
Right. What we're going to do with the Wyatt Six is we're going to make it a big deal when they show up, and then we're not going to put them on TV for a while. From what I understand, Bo Dallas hurt like his shoulder or something.
Oh,
but
really?
still, hey, promos.
Right.
Remember promos? Remember character development?
Right.
What's going to happen with the Wyatt Six is fucking nothing. There's no reason for them to come back. Their whole fucking characteristic is we go after people that screw their families over, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
their
then
whole
what
deal. That's why they
happens-
went after Gable. That's why for a little bit it felt like maybe, oh my God, they're going to go after Solo. That'd be awesome. And then
Right,
just fizzled
I was-
out, did nothing with them.
I was wondering if maybe there'll be some more bloodline fragmentation. Fatu goes face, so on and so forth, like officially. And is there a scenario set up where there's some family drama occurring?
Right?
There's always fam drama occurring.
Sure.
I mean, there's some stuff, right? You said this could be where Judgment Day breaks up, but I don't know. Maybe they don't.
Right.
All around, maybe they just don't. I mean, you think Karrion Kross becomes a part of that somehow?
man.
They got to do something with him. They got rid of his whole faction.
I'd love for him to be a part of anything, dude. I'm
Right.
such a huge fan of that
Yeah.
guy.
And there was already they were teasing a little bit of whatever the name of his faction was, and the Wyatt Six
Oh.
a little bit
Right.
before they fired all those guys.
I thought you meant like recently. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah, before they fired all those guys. So
It's
like,
they fired all those guys and now they're using them in the story. That's
there
fucking
could be a
crazy.
Judgment Day and a Wyatt Six thing,
Yeah.
and we could see something happen with that. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Ooh, do you call it the Judgment 6 or the Wyatt Day?
Yeah. Triple threat.
Hold on.
Okay.
Did we ever say who we thought was going to win
Oh,
that last
no.
one? Because I think Braun Breaker.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
retains.
just keep that goddamn train on the tracks, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, he retains. I think
Chugga,
because
chugga.
Finn and Dom end up.
Kissing.
Yeah.
I think outside of this match, I think Finn Balor could use some flowers. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
that dude's been so good for so long and just a great part of the business. And Finn Balor's awesome. That's that.
Okay.
I saw a TikTok where a guy said if Finn Balor never got hurt, it would be him in Cody's position right now.
Oh, that's wildly inaccurate. but
Agreed.
It does suck that he got hurt.
I got 35,000 likes.
That's 35,000 fucking dummies.
Yeah,
Dude.
stupid ass idiots.
Yeah.
No, he's awesome, but
great.
Yo, Finn Balor's great.
he's not good enough on the mic.
Uh-uh.
You can't
Yeah.
be Cody if you're not good enough on the mic.
You'll
Exactly.
never get me.
Yeah, me Lucky Charms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Braun has to.
Right.
You can't have him lose.
No other
Braun,
option.
he is
No other option.
just 100% fucking dope.
And he's one of those gray area guys where,
He's kind of a dick sometimes.
yeah, right? He
love
does
it.
heel stuff, but
Yeah. Come out there, do vicious shit, and get just cheered and be beloved by the fans. He's great.
all right, triple threat for the ladies' title, the Divas Championship.
Fucking.
Io, Bianca, and Rhea. I could watch a face palm every week.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah. That's great. I love that they just kept doing that.
Right.
There's just like-
Oh my god, dude!
And how about, like, Rhea catching that drop
Oh
kick
my God.
on Raw? Like,
Ooh.
just-
Yeah.
Like, her face hurt
that was
afterward.
nasty.
Yeah.
I thought she was legitimately hurt for
I
a second.
wondered, yeah.
She was kind of laying
She-
there like,
Are they going to have to give her another fucking face mask for a while?
right. Yeah, that was brutal.
That was super dope.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not mad that Io's a part of it because she's over right now. People seem to love Io, but you know, again, you got to have a promo, and it's just the language barrier. It's a real thing,
Right.
Yeah.
for WWE fans.
Yeah.
You know, so
It's hard to get behind somebody when you struggle to understand why you should care about what they're doing.
yeah,
Right.
but she's fun in the ring.
She's great.
Yeah,
She is.
fucking
She
great.
makes you. She makes you
points at
feel
herself
good.
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I have thought,
She's a real good time, Charlie.
Yeah,
you know what would have been good
GTC.
for Nakamura back in the day when he was first brought in and he was a big deal, but it started to fail because we couldn't connect with him?
What?
A fucking mouthpiece.
Oh yeah,
Paul Heyman.
yeah.
You know, like Andre couldn't talk, so they sent
know
him
who
with
could?
fucking Bobby Heenan, was one of the best talkers ever.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, you do all of the talking for Andre the Giant, and then he'll go be Andre the Giant, right?
Yeah.
It's such a simple formula that they like don't try to fucking use anymore, and it bothers me.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
All right,
I'm upset.
I agree.
Anyway, who wins?
Io, Bianca, Rhea. So this is another triple threat
Yeah.
with all baby faces.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
As of right now, baby faces. Bianca's getting a lot of boos lately, boys.
And honestly, she's my favorite of the three.
All right.
Like I'm Rhea. I'm tired of hearing her growl all the time. She comes, yeah, good. You know, okay, I get it.
That's fair.
Right.
That's fair.
Mommy's on top. Good one. Like sex.
I get it. Yeah, no.
I get it. Yeah.
You're making me think of sex now.
Yeah. I see what you're talking about. You're talking
understand.
about sex.
I've had a boner for long enough. That's what it is.
Like
It's time to harvest this thing.
I like Io, but she's upper mid card to me, not
Same.
not
Sure.
top.
Same.
And Bianca, I think, she's been in the tag team ranks for and she's really good.
Yeah.
like really, really good. And so I'm like, let's go Bianca. That's who I'm rooting for now.
Sure.
What do you think's going to happen, though?
I kind of feel like those two are that Bianca and Rhea are going to be going at it too much
Right.
and overlooking Io again, and the Io
pulls
still,
it off.
Yeah,
That's
pulls
what
it
I
off.
think too, man.
Yeah. Brad.
That's a fair enough assessment.
Okay.
I like
It's
it.
really weird what happened with Bianca because she was on top.
Yeah.
And then they brought in Jade. And then they're like, well, let's stick you two together because Jade needs some fucking work.
Yeah.
Right? And then Jade got hurt. And they were like, well, you're still a tag team champion, so let's stick Naomi with you.
That was weird.
It was very weird. And then it's like, okay, well, now it's time to end that. But it's like, why did Bianca have to be that person? She was doing so well.
Yeah.
And then they were like, let's take away this, whole singles run, top of the company thing, and put you in a tag team scenario that isn't as important. It's weird.
Yeah, weird booking.
Now she's like climbing back,
Yeah, now she's back, but
and she already climbed.
yeah.
It's weird.
Clone.
Yeah, that's the
She already climbed up there, and now
The-
she has to reclume.
The weird thing for me is just Io being here. I feel like Bianca and Rhea would be an awesome
Yeah.
Sure.
singles match.
Yeah.
I don't know why Io's here. I
She's
don't.
the
I just don't
champion.
understand it.
She was
Outside of the face palms, I don't get it.
she was inserted. You
Right.
understand?
She's a little shoehorned in.
It was because like they needed for Rhea to have a reason
Okay.
to kind of be a dick about the whole situation. They didn't want to just have Rhea versus Bianca. They had to give Rhea a beef, and that's the beef.
And Bianca came out and cost her the title.
Right.
And, yeah.
I think the
Yeah,
beef
yeah.
is silly. Maybe not the beef is silly. I think it's silly that like the story is Rhea comes out there and forces her way into the match, right?
Yeah.
And they give it to her
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
instead of it being like,
She's mommy.
hey, believability wise,
She's on the top.
quit fucking this up. Now you're being punished somehow, and that becomes the story in some way. Instead, they're like, you know what? You've annoyed us 5 times now.
Eric did that. He just keeps hitting random buttons, but
God, he had me real mad at you for a second.
I know. I can see that.
I
scared me.
I was
You were
legitimately.
getting up.
I was about to say fuck.
Dude, I still got to ride home with this guy
Right.
later.
You are going to harm your brother through proxy.
All right.
Io wins.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But then we can move forward maybe with the Bianca Rhea feud
Yeah.
directly.
The
which I
last,
want.
sorry, the last part I want to say was I hate that the story is Rhea's like, give this to me, and they're like, fine, you annoyed us enough, here you go.
Right.
I think that's stupid.
That's-
Other than that,
You don't reward bad behavior.
That's not
with
that's,
children.
That's not
Right.
babyface behavior, boys. I think we could potentially see a really big heel turn out of either Rhea or Bianca.
well, how about this?
The crowd would not accept one of those.
Music
Right.
hits, Sasha Banks comes back,
Oh.
Bianca wins dirty via Sasha Banks, and then there's some shit happening.
Is
I don't
she not in AEW anymore? I don't watch bad shows, so I don't know shit about it.
Take that, nerds.
know. Fuck you, Tony.
All right.
Once MJF leaves that company, dude, it's gonna burn to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cody and Cena. This is it.
Here we go.
Fun. How about the promos last week?
Go.
Dude, golly.
I love a good promo.
And they're just
That's
so
just
good.
two of the best.
Yeah.
Yep.
This has been great.
Yeah.
I mean, it really has.
Yeah.
This has been great. The whole thing, the heel turn, just all of it has been really, really well done. I'm excited. I already spoiler alerted it earlier. I think Cody goes over.
Sure.
But, The Rock is going to be somehow involved in this.
Right.
Final boss.
Right. 'Cause
Do you remember-
We haven't seen a whole lot of that part of it necessarily
Nope.
developing.
Right.
It's been really focused on Cody Cena as opposed to Cody and Cena under the thumb of The Rock. Right.
Do you remember last year? I think a little bit before WrestleMania, it was kind of big news that The Rock had become a board member,
Yes.
and he had also purchased all of these different trademarks. Remember? And a lot of them were just standard things, like The Rock, obviously. I
Right.
think the great one, the word jabroni, is now a trademark of The Rock.
Good.
And a whole litany of other ones, but there was one very interesting one in there.
Well, what was it?
Team Corporate.
Team Corporate. Nice.
So
Yeah.
I think that The Rock does something,
Yeah.
and I think that Cena wins. And I think that they are a new super duper power fucking something. And they bring in other guys. Maybe Seth. I thought about maybe Seth joining that cause, because we're about due for a Seth Rollins heel turn.
Right.
Anyway.
He's going to have to change his music. People sing along too much. It's hard to be a heel when people are singing along.
If your shit's that catchy, then you're a good guy. But I think Cena wins. I think much like what's the point of doing all this shit with Jay if he doesn't win?
Right.
Dude,
Right.
having John Cena turn heel after all this time and then having him lose his WrestleMania match doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Now, I do like what you said about that's how he gets number 17 is from Jay later.
Yes.
But I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is Cody Rhodes has been burning it at both barrels.
The midnight oil.
Since he came back, basically, and he's probably about ready for a little break ski. I
Cody?
could see,
Oh, yeah.
I 100% see John Cena winning and Cody going away for a few months. And I also see me being happy for both people in that situation.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, Cody does kind of need a break. He's been at it for... Sorry, guys. Real amateur all of
microphone.
a sudden.
Yeah,
I'm yawning. We've been podcasting for fucking 6.5
Yeah,
hours.
I know. We're about done.
You're going to want to say that into the microphone, buddy.
Cody's had a real long run.
Brad
and
was in the other room.
The dude's got to be tired,
Yeah.
He's been at the tippy top since,
The tippy top.
last year.
Here's what I could see
The titty flop, more like it.
as The Rock does come out,
Yeah.
attempts to interfere. And then who shows up?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No.
Okay.
No, just a guy who was in the main event, night one.
Jey Uso?
Nope.
Or wait.
The main event.
No, the main event. That's right.
Roman Reigns.
Roman.
Then we finally get that Rock Roman Reigns match that they were trying to do last year.
It wouldn't be a match, though. It'd be like a stare down, maybe. beat
yeah,
down,
but a
and then-
year-long
and then,
back
yeah,
and forth.
Next
and then
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But I can't see them taking the belt off Cody like a year to the day from when he won. I'd be surprised if it was
can.
like...
I 100% can. We do not agree on this match, but
right.
that's okay. That's
Well,
the beauty
yeah.
of pro wrestling. Mike.
And we're probably both wrong still somehow.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You know who wins? Kurt Hawkins.
Oh, Kurt.
Yeah.
Kurt Hawkins.
Remember him?
Drew Gulak. All right.
Okay.
Here it is, our official. So I had... Don't look. You already looked.
No, I didn't.
All right.
I was sitting here trying to come up with Zack Ryder, but
I,
couldn't find a place to
nice
fit it
one.
in.
Good pull, brother.
I asked you boys both early yesterday to rank,
I don't know how early it was.
First thing in the morning.
put together your top 10 list of all-time professional wrestlers, send them over, and then I would, through a point system, tabulate,
Ooh.
It's a great word.
Yeah.
right?
Great word, my man.
An official derailed top 10 professional wrestlers of all time. So, I did mine. Nick, you did yours. Brad
Brad said,
sent over.
I'm shitty drunk right now.
Yep.
Ha.
Ha ha.
Yeah.
Nope, just one.
Yeah, it's just one. But it was capitalized.
No, it was with attitude. Not, this is funny. This is not. It was, ha, I don't have to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm drunk, so you can't control
Number
me.
one, Tia and Tamara Mowry. Mowry? How do you say
Mowry,
it?
yeah.
That's a little after my...
Sister.
Yep. Number two, Salil Moon Fry.
Soleil. Stupid ass.
You're confusing that with Cirque du.
They're spelled the same way.
Punky Brewster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's Salil.
No, it's Soleil.
It's
and
Soleil.
she was also in some Pumpkinhead movies. Please.
Hook by Blues Traveler comes
Great
in at
song.
number 3.
That's their best song. for
Number
sure.
4, and this, to me, I was surprised. I thought this would be higher. Number 4 is Bare Naked Dong. Now, you hearing this for the first time?
It's just
Yeah,
funny
pretty
all
much.
over
Yeah,
again.
pretty much.
Number 5, Apple Butter. So,
Yeah, delicious. That should be number one, really. if
Yeah,
we-
yeah.
Apple Butter's good. So, here we go.
So Brad didn't do one.
He didn't do one. and that's fine because we need him to break a couple of ties.
Okay.
So with the point structure that we had, there were two different. Number 9 and number 10 both tied.
Crazy.
So we are going to have Brad break those ties right now. So number 10, Brad, break the tie between Rowdy Roddy Piper and Triple H.
Fuck. Forgot about Piper.
Yeah, I know.
God
I know you did.
And this is just for the number 10 spot.
For the number 10 spot.
Let's go with Triple H. This is including what he does today and everything.
Nope.
No?
Professional wrestler
As a
only.
professional wrestler
Yeah,
only.
ring career.
For me, Triple H.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, one more potential hot take. I know we're running out of time.
Yeah.
I think Triple H is the greatest heel of all time.
Oh.
Yeah. His whole run in the late 90s when he finally made it to the tippy top, brother, he was such a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you legitimately wanted to see Steve Austin beat him.
Yeah.
And not just beat him, but beat the shit out of him.
That's a good take. He's a great heel.
He was such a good
I'm having
heel.
a tough time coming up with
Right.
a different one.
Right. Anyway.
But
That's why he made my list, is
Yeah.
because I do consider him the best heel ever.
Number 9, Roman Reigns
Wow.
or Bray Wyatt?
Oh, man. That's okay. That's okay, buddy. I was thinking with my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right.
I mean, Roman.
Right.
And that's just, I think, unfortunately, we will never have the ability to see what more
Yeah.
they could do. Both are absolutely tremendous at what they did / do.
Roman Reigns, I was surprised did not make your list at all.
He did originally. I looked through it and I was like, there is so much recency bias in a lot of my original picks yesterday.
Sure.
Like, you can ask Brethany, dude. Like, I went through this, that like
You were stressing.
I was stressing. I was like, fuck. Well, I mean, Vader deserves to be on there, dude. So.
You're such a smart Mark.
And then I took him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
Number 8, Ric Flair. Nature Boy.
ahead. Yeah.
Dude, it's Ric Flair.
Watch his match. Watch any of his matches.
I don't need to.
Well,
that's not.
It should be important when you're trying to figure out the top 10 greatest. If your question was top 10 greatest promos of all time, then 100% Ric Flair is on my list.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing top 10 in-ring performers of all time.
Well,
It's my list, right?
You did
Yeah.
just chastise
My
me
list
for
was my
bringing
list, right?
Yeah.
Triple H
So
outside of the ring.
I factored in wrestling ability and promo ability.
Okay. Yeah, well, Ric Flair was on my list, and you were the one coming at me about it.
Ooh.
So, yeah, Ric Flair. 16 time.
Woo!
Yeah.
Great-
Ric Flair, the Nature Boy.
Great promo.
Ric Flair. Number 7, Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Mick Foley.
Love 'em.
Shout outs. Love. He just survived a very brutal car crash. Did
Yeah.
you guys see that?
Of course he did.
Holy fuck.
Well, yeah. Hey, he's had worse. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
He's taken harder bumps, and I fucking love that dude. He's got so many faces. Please,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, Mick Foley, big fan.
Yeah. Same.
I didn't have him in my top 10. Your ranking alone put him.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
I had him
number
at like
7.
number 6.
Yeah,
or
you had him
something.
pretty high.
Yeah.
Number 6, another guy I didn't have in my top 10, Shawn Michaels.
You didn't have fucking Shawn Michaels in your top 10?
I didn't.
Why'd you make that face also when you said that?
I didn't. I
You made
love
a
Shawn
face.
Michaels. I just didn't because
You keep making that
like
face.
this.
Don't make that
It's this.
face.
How about, all right, here it is. Love him. Great. A little overrated.
In what way? Where?
In the way that he's like, some people were like, he's the greatest to ever do it. Nope.
He's the best in-ring wrestler of all time. He is the smartest in-ring storyteller ever.
He's real good.
Who the fuck is this guy all of a sudden?
He's outside of my top 10. Number 5. The Rock.
He's not on my list.
Right. That is a much bigger travesty than me not having Shawn Michaels.
I disagree.
You not having The Rock.
The Rock.
Brad.
Go ahead, Brad.
I don't know. I think both of you are both wrong and right.
Okay. Can I tell you
Well
why?
done.
Can I tell you why?
You.
Can I tell you why he didn't
yeah.
make my list?
Yes.
It was...
He's too popular. I don't like people that everybody else likes.
I would love to tell you why I didn't put him in my top 10.
It sounds like Nick Pettigo.
It is potential compared to payoff. He was so fucking electrifying.
Yeah.
A great promo and good enough matches. I said it. He, hell of an athlete. Nothing he ever did in the ring was like... All right, the People's Elbow was awesome.
Dude.
The Rock Bottom was great. He's an amazing athlete, and he's not a bad wrestler. That's
The
not what I'm trying to say.
DDTs were great.
That's not what I'm trying to say. What I
was
am trying
really
to say...
good at
He was
wrestling.
so good.
It's just not like he had a bunch of flight. He wasn't doing 450 splashes. or nothing like
I don't
that.
care about 450 splashes. I care about storytelling and I care about fucking impact. And he had the same match over and over again for his incredibly short career. He could have been number 1 on my list. Instead, he got so fucking super duper popular and so super duper famous so quickly that he's like, well, I'm going to go do movies now.
Yeah.
And it'd be one thing if he did that at the end of his career. Okay? It'd be one thing if he did that in the middle of his career, but kept working and brought the company and the business itself up with him. But instead what he did, stop. Instead what he did,
He 100% did.
Nope.
He 100% brought the business and company up with him.
I would love so much to continue what I'm
Well,
saying.
You're already saying wrong shit.
carrying
so
on for
what's
a
it
long
matter?
time.
Instead what he did was he left right at the start of his like physical prime.
Scorpion King.
And like a year into him not being in the company anymore, you know, like
The rundown.
when they're coming back from commercial, they'll do a quick little brought to you by Stridex medicated pack.
Yeah.
After like 1 year of him not being a wrestler anymore, they would promote one of his movies and they would say starring Dwayne Johnson because he told him, "Don't call me The Rock anymore." Right? The Rock does not care about you.
Here
Okay.
it is.
And The Rock doesn't care about me, and he doesn't care about wrestling.
So-
Right. So it's like The Rock sitting there and he's like, yeah, no, this is a great, great fan base
Yeah.
for me to poop on.
So this is 100% not.
It's personal.
Yeah, this is an emotional pick for you.
I
It's not
left
about
him out
how
of my
great-
top 10 because he broke my heart.
because he hurt you.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. That
There it
takes
is.
away all the legitimacy of the points you made.
Everything I said was 100% accurate.
That he
though.
hurt you.
He didn't bring the company up
He-
with
yeah,
him.
he left the
the
company.
company when they fucking needed him
Because
the
he
most
was
because Steve
so
Austin
famous.
had to quit because his neck was
Right.
broken.
Right.
Right? And The Rock's like, "Oh, we lost Austin? Damn, that sucks. I'm going to go make a bunch of movies and not come back
Tell
for
him-
20 years. But every once in a while I'm going to show up and be like, I'm back and I'm never leaving you again." And then he fucking leave again. Fuck The Rock.
Where's he at now?
He's on the show twice a year.
Haku
great.
Mosente.
Yeah. Also, the Scorpion King was fucking
That's the
stupid.
worst.
It was very insulting. It was like, you want to make bad movies instead of be the greatest wrestler of all time?
Man,
That's
you just
dumb.
cut
Be
such
careful.
a promo on The Rock. And here's the thing. I'm looking
good
at
promo.
his wrestling career, which was
Like all 4 years of
one of the greatest wrestling careers in the history of
dude,
wrestling.
such an impressive run. You're right.
Yeah, and
that
a-
adds so much.
A monumental impact.
Uh-huh.
Like
And then walked away.
potential. So, okay, I'm not looking at the walked away because I'm looking at the career.
Okay.
When he was there.
Yeah.
You're looking at after he left, he didn't like call, he didn't do anything.
You have to factor in how it ended.
No.
And you have to factor in the fact that we could have gotten like another 10 years of him being amazing.
It's a very selfish way of thinking.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
I'm right.
You sound like a crybaby.
How
bitch.
dare you take these amazing opportunities
Yeah, I'm right.
provided to you?
I'm right.
Oh, Haku Mosente, everybody.
As a
right.
wrestler, one of the greatest of all time.
Fine.
Undoubtedly.
Not on my top 10.
It's
Broke
fine.
my heart.
It's fine. Yeah, broke
You
your
guys
heart.
are-
It's emotional. Number 4. Number 4, CM Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no arguments there. I had him at 4. You
I
had
had
him
him
at
around there.
6.
Okay.
Wow.
Number 3, Macho Man Randy Savage.
3.
Yep. Number 2. I don't see a name here. Huh. I guess we didn't do
Leave
one.
that blank. You can't see anything?
I don't see.
Can you?
Get it?
I get it now.
Because
Now I
it's
get
John
it.
Cena.
Yep.
Number 2 of all time.
Yeah.
So I had him at 3. You also had him at 3.
But
Oh,
you had
wow.
the Rocket.
I had the Rocket,
Yep,
too.
that too. Gotcha. Yeah, no, he belongs.
Yeah.
Cena's amazing,
Number 1, we agreed.
obviously.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I knew there'd be zero debate there.
Cold
Yeah.
Stone Steve Creamery, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking love that. Dude.
Yeah, he's what a pro wrestler is, dude.
Yeah.
He's all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
He's great.
Agreed. Yeah. No, there doesn't get any better. The perfect pro wrestler. Now, the 3 guys I had on my list who didn't make it, Piper, obviously.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
he
a great call.
He
I
just got
just-
voted off.
I just kind of it was a lot, dude. Try to think of only 10 is fucking hard.
I mean, Piper and Roman Reigns were both in there. They were the 9 and 10. Undertaker, number 9.
I'm kind of surprised at that.
I mean, never left the business.
Never
No.
left the business. Yeah,
Broke your sweet little heart.
He gave us his fucking life.
entire life,
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
And is still doing so.
He didn't make my list.
No, he did not.
Never cut a good promo once in his life.
That's not true.
If you
one
look,
time he did.
If okay, there
that
you
one
go.
time he was choking Sable, and in the meantime, the
Did he say something awesome while that happened, or was it
Yeah,
just
he-
kind of the hot visual that you were into?
No, he was. Yeah, he said, "You stay right there, bitch."
I don't think that's what he
I
said.
obviously have the utmost respect for the Undertaker.
Yeah.
He was never my guy.
His character did not require him to cut promos
I know, but
until they tried to, and it was bad.
yeah, exactly.
I think he did really good that one time. He said, "Rest in peace."
Oh, I remember that one when he said that once.
And then number 10, before we knew, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk.
yeah,
Dude, the guy, we wouldn't even be talking about this right
You're
now
100% correct.
if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan.
And I told Bethany that last night. I was like, he almost, for a lot of people, he gets kind of a pass for all of his horrific, abhorrent behavior.
Yeah.
Because this is all because of what he did in the 80s.
Yep.
You know, like it's the reason that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry is because Hulk Hogan was on top in the 80s. So
kind of got to separate the art from the artist
yeah,
scenario.
it's
there,
definitely one of those with him.
And then the guys on your list who didn't make it, Kurt Angle and Mr. Perfect.
I love Mr. Perfect.
Love Mr. Perfect also. Also love Kurt. Kurt Angle was like...
Couple Kurts.
Yeah. Was probably number 11
That's
to me.
fair.
If I was... I mean, he's right there. That guy was total package. Had everything.
Mm-hmm.
Great promo. Great in the ring. Yeah. Great heel.
Totally
good
huge
baby face.
package. Yeah, no, he was just great at all of it. And
We've done it, boys.
yeah, that was so fun.
That was
I had
fun.
so fun. I had so fun.
Brad, did you also had so fun?
Yeah, I had so fun.
Son of a...
Oh,
God damn that.
you rascals.
I realize I just babbled for about an hour there, but thanks guys for indulging me.
You've been wanting to talk about wrestling into a microphone
That was a dream come true. So
40 years. So it's all right, buddy. You did good.
you too, man.
Do the music, and then we'll...
Enjoyed it, fellas. Everybody enjoy WrestleMania.
Yep.